Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to dive into your next 3 months by starting to pull some symbols first. Then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. We have a courthouse here showing up for you. Courthouse can be symbolizing maybe if you have a legal situation, maybe you're going to walk into the building and there's going to be solution actually involved there. We have a person here holding some papers that are wrapped in with red ribbons. Red actually is the color of commitment, so it can be maybe like you're making a deal with someone, a legal professional that will be helping you, and there are 2 contracts, maybe 2 good news and are coming out of the building for you here. We have an official person. He's wearing red too. Okay, courthouse. Do they get married in the courthouse? I don't think so, but I feel like here some of you might be actually like have like a relationship with an official person, or it doesn't have to be marriage, maybe connection, and they're gonna get involved as well. 23, 23, 22, 23, it's following each other. Seems like you're gonna get support here from official person at this stage too in the courthouse. We have an occupation here. This can be something occupation related. I feel like this can be diplomas, guys, maybe that needs approval from an authority, and that authority can be also confirming that you are good to go. Maybe it's like a long-term thing. I see there's a pathway opening here within the 2nd month. Maybe you want to move to another country or to another state, but your occupation might require some paperwork to come with you. It can be about that, or maybe this is a new thing that you're starting, maybe your second life here that is going to involve a new thing, that a new endeavor that will require maybe some papers. Okay, we have a mature man. You have a lot of masculine energy. The occupation is the feminine energy here. I interpreted that as the weaver, but it doesn't mean about the gender. It's about something that you're doing. It can be also you're maturing at what you do. The paperwork coming through is actually going to allow you to mature and to be able to operate. It can indicate that, but also maybe getting some support as well. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light. I'm so happy you joined me today. If you go on to enjoy this message, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Also, go ahead, hit subscribe and hit the bell. That's a free way to support the channel. Let's dive into your coffee cup. I see there are 3 pathways opening for you within the 1st month, especially. And this can be like going to different places, like 3 different places, going to the courthouse, getting an approval, going to the official person, getting an approval, maybe talking to the mature man and also getting an information, or maybe just instructions because he has a globe around him, like in front of him. Or it can be like maybe the occupation is something that you're also picking up. And let's see, we have a dog right here. Dog can be symbolizing loyalty, and there's a cup in front of you. It can be also something that you are committing yourself to, you're being loyal to. Cup can indicate passion, maybe also a new beginning, an emotional new beginning for you. That's why I feel like this is like a second job, maybe a second occupation, something that you always wanted to do but never get the chance to do it. And because of the cultural structures, we most of the time go with what's secure rather than going with what is actually our heart's desire. And I see some of you might actually decide to say, you know what, let me go with my heart's desire this time. It seems like you're gonna be loyal to that because this is something that you really want to pursue. And I was also reading in the comments in a different video, but they were talking about Aquarius, how being your vibe is enlightenment. We are stepping into the age of Aquarius. Everything which were in the dark is actually coming to light now, and there's going to be more and more knowledge being exposed. And I feel like here you are also becoming aware of the things you maybe didn't choose for yourself. Okay, and now you are really within the next 3 months especially starting to really turn the conversation towards yourself, what you want to do with your life. Because sometimes when we speak about the things that we desire and plan, even though our service, our light actually serves the humanity, most of the time we get redirected towards a direction that tells us to dim our light and go with the safest option. And I feel like here some of you might have chosen that safest option, but now it's time for you to just sit on the table and do something you are actually like wanting to do for so long. Okay, I see here you're having a conversation on top of this kind of like a mountain. It seems like, looks like a volcano as well at the same time. Volcano can symbolize your passion. You are passionate about this endeavor. You are really passionately maybe discussing it, talking about it, telling people this is how I'm going to make this happen. And there is somebody here listening to you, and this person is wearing a hat. Kind of reminds me of this person also a little bit. Maybe you're telling your desire to an official person, and it might require some stamp from them, some approval from them, and you're gonna get that. Okay, we have here a clean paper. You're going to get that approval from that person. And they're even, maybe if they need to call anyone, they need to connect you with anything, they're going to make it happen. There are 2 phone calls even actually forming here, especially within the second month. The clean paper is coming forward, so be watchful of your emails and mails. But I feel like this can be something like that you're gonna have in your hand. It's not going to be something like random online email. It is going to be like a paper in your hand, but this clean paper can also symbolize your clean slate. Okay, some things that like you're discussing and putting it to bed, and then you're opening up a new page. It can be also something that you are discussing in the courthouse, maybe something you want to happen or something you want to end. Maybe that's why you're going into the courthouse or like an official building. And it seems like the clean slate, clean paper coming. Okay. Another thing I see here is I saw many things in there, but now I see a letter B right there, like someone's first name or the last name, maybe Bethany, Abraham. I see a woman's head here. They're in your mind, but they are contained. So this can be a female figure that was actually like maybe that you wanted to satisfy their needs with the success that you went after. But I see Buddha head also showing up here. So it seems like you are actually changing the positions of the voices that you listen to now. Now you are more on the peace side. You are leaning towards the more peaceful things that gives you, like brings calmness to you rather than dealing with stressful issues. And also occupying yourself with the things that you see the light here that brings light to your life rather than trying to be the light to others, because when you're eliminated, Aquarius, you eliminate others with your own light. But if you're trying to produce or a light outside of you, it's not really possible to do that. Another thing I see here, within the third month, there's a crowd gathering. I kind of see here a man with Santa beard and a cloak, and he has like a feather hat on top of his head. This can be like, I see star. Star is Aquarius, your symbol. It's the star card, is the Aquarius energy. It's your wish fulfillment. And you may be connecting with this person. I see kind of like a queen right next to him. Maybe there's a king and a queen position. This is maybe what you're going for as well. Maybe this is the king and the queen situation. Maybe this is like a new relationship that you want to form, like in a very royal way. Don't take the royal in the sense of like what we see as a matter today. It's like a material level. I feel like this is like an elevated emotion, elevated energies that you're coming together with, maybe a different gender or same gender with a different energy, like the masculine or the feminine. You're coming together with them, holding hands and forming a partnership here, an aligned partnership, and not like the one that we see today, the royalty we see today, because there's not an equality between the king and the queen most of the time. Weren't in the past. I'm not sure if they do or not have it this moment, but in the past, the queen consorts weren't actually that, they didn't really have much of a value. Okay, so, but the thing is, it depends on the culture. I feel like here, though, there's a house even forming here. You're forming a house, which will have equality, which will have in your heart, like the energies are going to be equal. And also, partnership is divine. I feel here, there's also people coming forward to absorb that and also get some energy from this union. That's why I don't want to limit this to a relationship. This can also be like you going to the right place, working in the right place, and being in the right environment, in the right community, and like being elevated. Your energy is actually feeling fulfilled because you're surrounded by people that are on your level. And that is going to also serve others. Like you're going to be shining really brightly that others are going to benefit from there. And the star here is your wish fulfillment, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. And you can see there's also the hierarchy, a blessing coming forward. I see right here your desire actually, like there's a devil, a goat being formed right there. And then it's actually staying there. Goat can be indicative of you being stubborn of how this is going to happen, okay? And because goats are kind of like stubborn with what they want, and when you are stubborn, it's giving it a pause. But when you actually durate, like take your, the goat is here, and then you're finding another way to go about. You're not really being insistent the way that you want this to happen. It is flowing really beautifully to you. So this can be maybe like I see in the comments. Yes, why not? You can manifest a lottery win. But if you're needing of money and if you're saying that I only want this from that source, you're limiting the universe. If you do that, yeah, it might happen, but it might happen in the next 20 years. If you want your manifestation now, you need to give the universe some wiggle room, basically. Wiggle room or jiggle room, doesn't matter. Give it some space, okay? So it can freely deliver, maybe from a different direction. If you want a home, focus on the intention, focus on the desire rather than focusing on how it's going to happen. I'm telling you this, I know it's really hard to do that. I know it's really hard to do that because we are as human beings conditioned to look for the clues of like a solution to problems. We are actually programmed. I don't know who programmed us this way, but the thing is, when you actually do what you can if you can surrender the rest of it, it seems like it's actually coming delivered really smoothly and fast. We have here an elephant, kind of looks like not the elephant but the other one, the ancient one with the, I forgot the name of it. There's an elephant-like creature. I'm going to tell you where I saw them. Mammoth. Yeah, mammoth. They're in the Ice Age, the cartoon, the animation. So I see mammoth here is actually walking towards a letter E and Eileen, maybe someone's first name or the last name. Mammoth can be symbolizing this mature man, someone who has structure and stability in their life, and they're walking towards you. They're in your heart space. It can be someone that you don't really know right now, but within the second month, they're going to enter into your space, okay? I see also a hippo here sitting down very like mighty, in a big mighty way. So it can be maybe when you start merging yourself, putting yourself with the environments, with the people of this big thinking patterns, it seems like you're going to immediately pick that up, and you're sitting here as the hippo, which is that they are actually a community. They form a community. They're from community creatures. Maybe you are going to become the advisor. You're going to pick up the torch from this person and you're going to turn that into your occupation, okay? Occupation, I would like to interpret this as the thing that occupies you, not like work, even though it seems like it. But I feel like in your case, that is something that occupies you, which brings maybe at the end of the day, material satisfaction. Let's see what the tarot has to say here. Are you going to launch a new business? We have Eight of Swords here. Distractions are not allowing you to actually go outside your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be a business, by the way. It can be really expansion, creating something bigger and better, or maybe even attracting better friends for yourself. But it seems like, oh, many things are distracting you from your path, guys, okay? And Another thing with the Eight of Swords, you might be also feeling like I'm trapped here. There's nowhere I can go and nothing I can do. And this is actually a mind. You're trapped in the mind. It's not physical entrapment. As soon as you become aware of something, you actually change the way that thing actually operates in your life. Okay, if you're feeling like I'm trapped and you recognize, oh, I'm not trapped here, I'm feeling trapped, then you start to change your body's even reaction to it. We have the Star, your wish fulfillment. Exactly, become aware of the illusions that you're creating for yourself, and as soon as you recognize them, you're going to start receiving your manifestations, your heart's desire from left and right. And we have here the bear. This can be a bear too, by the way, sitting on here. And she's wearing the bear. So you are the authority. You're becoming the authority and leading certain things, I feel here. It can be even if there's a certain position that you want to occupy, a certain throne that you want to sit. It can be anything, guys. It can be like being the leader of the family. It can be getting a degree or like becoming the lead teacher in a school. Whatever that structure is, it seems like you are going to embody that. Okay, we have here Six of Cups with pleasure. I'd like to interpret Six of Cups here as something your heart is desiring, a dream that you have, maybe a childhood dream that you are actually, you see the stars here, 3 stars right there. You're going to start connecting with that and starting to attract that into your life. For some of you, I just watched another reading from another reader, and she interprets this as, which is another meaning of that. Someone from the past maybe wants to come forward. It can be that situation as well, but I feel like here, your dreams are much more important than entertaining something that couldn't happen, okay? And you are actually paying more attention to who aligns with you rather than someone who drags you, okay? Who may be good for a second, but the next second, they're not even on the same level with you. We have the Queen of Wands. What's going to happen is when you start to follow your dreams, the confidence is going to automatically come. The Queen of Wands is a confident queen. She attracts the right resources to herself. She knows that she's going to make things happen. Even if you don't feel it, when you pursue the dreams, the one thing follows another, one manifestation, one desire. When it happens, it is going to start building up the evidence that what you want is available to you, and then you're going to be fully embodying the energy that I can make anything happen here. I know, Aquarius, you are usually a confident one, and you trust that everything, like, you trust that you can make anything happen. However, there are times that in everybody else's lives that there are things that maybe they're weak areas that you haven't explored more. It seems like this time you're going to be breaking free from that, maybe inexperiencedness, or like you're going to have the chance to explore that area even further. Okay, we have be here and now. That's the most important thing. If you are thinking the past or the future, that's going to entrap you either way. But if you focus on the now, what's happening in this moment, this is going to set you free. And the dog here is ready to have fun. So if you're not being here or fun, this is the past, the sarcophagus. We have the future here, the shield. But you're going to be missing the dog and having fun with the dog if you're not at this moment. So focus on the moment if you can. We have adaptability. It seems like if you are afraid, the things are going to go in a certain way that I'm not going to be able to adapt. The change is going to be really hard on me. That's not going to be the case here. And you're going to be, because this is fire energy, you're going to be adapting really quickly. I know it says like there's snow here, but this is the 7 of Wands energy. It seems like you're going to adapt to the circumstances swiftly and quickly, like the fire here. Even though it's snowing outside, it's not going to matter to you. And we have here timing. So in divine timing, 7 coming twice. 7 is wisdom, knowledge, reflection, and also growth here. Your intuition is actually, gut feeling is telling you calm down, even if your mind is like hyping you up and telling you, oh, it's not happening. Everything is happening in divine timing. And if you can gather knowledge, number 7 is like wisdom, knowledge. If you can go out there and find that knowledge, and it will actually calm you down if you're having a little like anxiety moment, if the things are not really presenting themselves quickly. And the triumph and the victory and the Six of Wands and coming back from the war victorious. Yeah, there are going to be people envying you that you are going to put an amazing outcome and you're creating your dreams. The triumph comes with a little bit tiny bit envy, but also life is your stage. It's even if it wasn't that you were actually playing somebody else's life, it seems like this timeline, next 3 months, it is going to be a great time for you to explore that stage, okay? And this is your affirmation, the final message here. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. This basically says here, whenever you feel frustrated and the Eight of Swords moment come in, that intrusive thoughts, when you quiet that mind and go back inside and maybe face that thinker, see that thinker, who is this person? Is this me? Is this my childhood self? Is this my future self? Or is this my mother? Is this my father? Who is this person? When you have that inner sense of quiet, when you quiet down that noise, you're going to start to understand that the universe always speaks to you. God always guides you. And you're going to strengthen your faith in love of the universe. Like basically everything is, the universe is always conspiring for you. Okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.